with the mass exodus of states like California and New York, where people that have lived in these Democrat states all their lives and really just don't know any other way. But then when they move somewhere like Florida or Georgia or Texas or another red state, and they just really, they always love it, and they are just praising how wonderful it is. But yet at election time, they turn around and vote Democrat like they always have. Well, they really are like newcomers ruining our beautiful red states and trying to change the values that we have. And I think a smart thing for Republican states to do would be say, you know what, we love for you to move here. We welcome you to our state. And if you like the way it is, we want to keep it that way. So a cooling period would be great. You can still vote in federal elections, but maybe we don't want you to vote in our state elections for a while. And that's something that they could do in a national divorce. I don't know, give them maybe 5 years, 3 to 5 years to realize and learn why the red states are the way they are. And it's because of Republican votes, not Democrat votes.
Well, I will grant her this. There are some aspects common to a lot of red states that are that way because of prior Republican votes. If you want to look at where some of these states rank in terms of access to healthcare, education, and stuff like that, feel free to own the results in some of your states. But again, there isn't anything approaching a rational thought in any of this. I mean, there's a little bit of like explicit just hatred of blue voters. Come here and work. We want your labor, but we don't care what you think. Again, there's no consistency where, like when Florida used to vote blue in presidential elections, then it suddenly became red. Should they have banned Republican votes? There's no consideration of that because again, this isn't intended to attach to any principle or value system or anything like that. Why would these states continue to get more congressional representation as their population goes up if those people aren't allowed to vote anyway? Why are you getting those free seats in Congress if those people are not actual citizens? Have you heard of the concept of taxation without representation? There are a million amazing responses to this, and I feel the need to list all of them because I want to be very clear. Charlie Kirk didn't. Charlie Kirk, who I'm sure considers himself some kind of intellectual, probably would argue that he likes democracy or whatever, had absolutely nothing to say to the concept that states should be deciding who gets to vote and who doesn't. Not for all of the reasons that we've historically done it, which is you live in this zip code, screw you, we're taking all the voting booths out. Or I think that historically your race tends to vote for one party rather than another, so we're gonna screw you over. They're so far past that now. It's just Democratic voters. If you came from a place that we think might be Democratic, you don't get to vote. By the way, Ben Shapiro lived in California and then he moved to wherever, good riddance. He shouldn't be able to vote, I guess, because he came from a blue state. How stupid is this?
It's very stupid. It's very on par for Marjorie Taylor Greene, though. It's just the way these things are. Again, you can go through all the intellectual facts and reasons why none of this makes sense. But I mean, whether she knows that or not, it doesn't matter. That's not the point because it can't be implemented. It's actually absolutely impossible. The stupidity is on like such a large scale. It's so big you can't even sift through it anymore. So all that's left is anger, rabid anger and stupidity. And what that leads to is grabbing your guns. That's 100%. All there's left, bro.
Yeah, I do have to say though, like I got all worked up, but now I'm like starting to like the idea because after all, I mean, California is a blue state. No one can doubt that. I mean, it has a way better claim to being a blue state than Georgia does to being a red state. After all, we won the last 3 Senate races in Georgia, whereas in California, the Democrats always win. So there are these areas of California like Orange County and others that I don't know. I feel like they're kind of trying to ruin our state. So maybe they could vote in federal elections where it won't matter because the state is blue and their vote, doesn't. It's not gonna change the result. But in local elections, I don't think so. Why should we have Republicans representing any area of California, no matter how wildly conservative? It should go to us. Isn't this a fun game? I mean, it's a game that you play thousands of miles away from the very concept of democracy. But it is fun. It feels good to win automatically, doesn't it?
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.